I'm Elizabeth from Hampstead Pain Relief, licensed massage therapist, and I know that when you get massaging tools, wherever you buy them, they don't exactly come with a lot of pictures or videos on how to use them or where to use them. And so what we're going to talk today about is where to use them for your butt muscles and the inside of your hip perhaps. So this particular ball that I have here has two settings. It either has high or it has low, and then you click it one more time and it comes off. It has batteries on the inside, so you just twist it, you put the batteries right in, and then you twist it back, and hot diggity dog, you're ready to go. So what you do is you put it on the right setting for you, and then what you can do is you lay on your side, all right, and then you've got your sits bone, that is what you sit on, that bone that you can feel right on the bottom of your butt, and then you've got the crest on the top of your hip bone. So what we want to do is get it in between those. You don't want it sitting on either bone because that's going to be sore. I'm going to shut this off since it's loud. So you'd have it vibrating on your right setting, and then what you do is you find right in between the glute, right, the butt muscle, right in the center of it, so not too high. If I lift my foot, it's not going to come off, it's still going to be under my butt. If it was too low, you can see that it's not compressing anything, not helping anything. You want to make sure that you're on a surface that is on the harder side, like the floor. You don't want a mattress, because if it's a mattress, the ball is going to sink in, and then you're not going to get the vibration, you're not going to get the compression, so the benefits are going to be lost. So you put it right in the center of your glute, your butt muscle, all right, while it's vibrating and distracting that muscle. And then what you can do is you can either have pillows on the side so that it holds your leg up. So you can have pillows, right? So if this is really sore, I can have pillows high. The vibration will distract your brain, and while you're sitting here through range of motion, your muscles will eventually let go, and you'll notice that it becomes easier. So maybe I can get rid of one pillow, right? And I sit there for a while. Or maybe I realize, okay, it's getting a little bit tight again, a little bit sore. I'm going to put the pillow back under. So you feel in the moment what's right for you. And what's right on one side is not necessarily what's going to be right for your other leg. So we tend to be more flexible on one side or the other. And that's normal, because you do fine motor for one side and you do motor for another. You open the door with fine motor, but you have all the groceries for the motor, to be on the other side. So you feel for each side what feels right for you. One side might need 2 pillows, whereas the other side might need only 1 pillow. You just do what's right for you. So you take a nice deep breath, you let everything drop while it's vibrating, and you just relax right into it. So that's one stretch that you can do, and depending on whether your leg this is midway. So if this doesn't feel like anything, you can either increase it by making it a 90-degree angle, or if this is too much and too much of a stretch, you can always decrease it and make it so that your leg is resting, in this case my right foot is resting up against my left foot, and then it takes the stretch off. You can also put one foot over, so this foot goes over the other leg and it rests right on top. That's another stretch. So you can do any of these phases for where your leg is, and you can feel good in between them. Another one that you can do is if you can't reach your foot, so it's called half happy baby in yoga, but what you do is you take a pillowcase, okay, and if I want this in the center of my foot, and I want it on the same side. So you notice that my right hand is grabbing it because that's the right side. I have to put the ball back. Okay, so I've got the ball back where it needs to go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a nice deep breath. My foot is looking at the ceiling, so I'm going to push my foot up as if I wanted to put it up on the ceiling, but my hand is giving resistance so it doesn't go anywhere, so my knee stays bent. If I wasn't holding it, my leg would go up, okay? So I'm going to take a nice deep breath. I'm going to push my foot up, and I'm going to hold for 5 seconds. And then when I relax and breathe out, I'm going to let my knee go so that it's going to drop to the mat. I'm going to try and keep my other hip down. If my hip goes up, the stretch goes off. So this hip staying down is very important. So breathe out, take a deep breath in. I'm going to push up. I'm giving resistance. I'm holding for 5 seconds. Let go, breathe out. Breathe in. Giving resistance, holding. And we let go. Ideally, you want to get so that you don't need the pillowcase anymore. The other thing that you can do, so if you don't have a stretch at all in that, is you grab the inside of your foot with the same hand. So my fingertips are pointing away from me. And then I give resistance. Hold for 5, and then breathe out. And let my foot drop. All while trying to keep, it's a little bit, you know, the ball moves, and so you have to make sure that it's in the right spot. But the whole thing is it's vibrating and it's distracting the back of your butt. So it's giving you that next level instead of just stretching. The resistance, I don't know why it works, but it does. The body feels the resistance. It doesn't like it. And so when it goes away, it takes advantage, and it really likes to be able to go. So I'll do 3 times with the ball, and then I will take the ball out. I will push up, hold my breath for 5 seconds, and let go. And then you'll see how much better your range of motion has increased. And you'll do it without it, just to reinforce in your brain that this is where your muscles should be and what they should be able to do, and it feels good. And we're just giving that message over and over again to your brain, because we want it to let go so that you get your range of motion. So I will do one side, and then I will do the other. So I will bring the ball, I'll put it underneath. Again, not too high for your pelvic bone, and not so low that when I lift my leg it doesn't do anything. My other leg will go down. And then if I need to, I'll wrap the pillowcase in the arch of my foot. And again, it has to be the same side hand for the same side leg. And I will push up to the ceiling, hold for 5, breathe out, let the knee drop. And I'll do that 3 times on that side. What it looks like without the pillowcase is my fingertips point away from me. I wrap the inside of my foot. And remember, you have to keep this hip down. If this hip goes off, my stretch comes off. One of the last things after I do, and I like to do one side rather than both of them at the same time, because like I said, both sides are going to be different for how tight they are, as well as it gives you the ability to really focus on one side. So after I've done 3 times with the ball, and I do 1 time without the ball to see and to reintegrate that that's what the body wants. So my whole point is I'm trying to get my knee to touch the ground while keeping my other hip down. My hip goes up, the stretch goes off. All right, so I've got that. Then the last one I do, because I want to loosen up, this is a really good one that you can either start before you do the stretching with your legs or after, is what you do is you've got your legs so that they're flat on the ground, they're resting easy, right? And I can either be close or I can be far, it doesn't matter. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring your arms out so that they give you support. And you're just going to rock as much as you can. You're going to rock from side to side. So as you can see, my feet stay flat as long as they can, and then they go up. That's fine. If you need to do micro movements because that's too much, that's okay too. The whole point is it's loosening up everything so it feels like it doesn't have to hold anywhere. If I feel like it's, oh, my body doesn't like when I go further than this, I'm going to restrain myself from going that far so it feels like it completely let go. Like if somebody was throwing you up in the air, right? And you see the kid's face is really happy. And then you see the scared face of the kid. Okay, we know that's too far. They feel like they're out of control. Let's back off a little bit. Same idea, right? Dads are really good at reading body language, both of mom and baby. You can even do it where I loosely grab with both hands, or I can grab myself this way. Depends on what you're comfortable. And you can even rock yourself that way, where I'm just literally, right, going back and forth. But this loosens it all up. What we want is your muscles to be loose so that they feel comfortable. And those are some of the things that you can do in order to make your back feel better, as well as your glute muscles, the back of your butt and the front of your hips, so that when you walk and when you go to stand up, you feel really strong and secure, and your muscles feel loose and ready to do whatever the job is that you need them to do.